Hey there and welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl with Targets to Attitude, absent-minded professor knives and all things sharp. Sit on back, grab your pens and paper, class is about to begin. Today we're taking a look at a new take on a classic from CRKT. This one is the M16 Fixed Plate. Yes, you heard me right. M16 Fixed Plate. Everyone knows that M16 is a folding knife, but not this one. Truthfully, I got it completely by mistake. I was going to get a CRKT M16 with VEF serrations to add to my lineup. I didn't read things closely enough because I was in a bit of a hurry when I placed the order. So imagine my surprise when I got it, and instead of a folding knife, I got a fixed knife. But before we get too far into this, let's get the syllabus work out of the way, shall we? For those of you who are new to the channel, we mainly do knife reviews here on Fridays. Occasionally I'll do a review of some piece of camping equipment or survival gear, flashlights, compasses, cooking gear, that sort of thing. But mainly knives. Then on Mondays, I do a series called Knife Basics, which you really need to know. This is aimed more at the person who's new to the world of knives and want to know what we mean by all these fancy terms. What is W2? What is 1084? What is G10? What is micarta? What is a flat grind? What is a hollow grind? These sorts of things. That way, next time you go to a knife store or a show, you're not sitting there going, yeah, what he said. You'll understand what they're saying without any problems. For those of you who have been with us for a while, welcome back. I'm glad you made it back again. Just got one question for you, and yes, it's the same question I ask every week. Have you subscribed yet? Okay, yeah, we're getting lots of subscribers, and thank goodness, because we're pushing for 1,500 right now. Going to be giving a knife away when we hit that point. If you haven't subscribed, well, there'll be a target floating around here that you can hit to subscribe, or you can just hit the button right down there that says subscribe and then hit the bell next to it. It's a win-win situation. You win because you don't miss any of my neat new videos. I win because, well, let's be honest, the more subscribers I have, the easier it is to get all these neat new things. But enough of that. Let's get back to the knife, shall we? That's what you're here real for. It's an interesting knife. The sheath is injection molded plastic, and they have a bunch of parts in the box that you can use to set up the sheath however you want it. You could set it up for molding strapping if you wanted, or hang from your belt, whichever fits. The knife itself is definitely a nice rendition of Kit Carson's original design. Kit Carson, for those of you who are not familiar with the name, was Master Sergeant, and so the military look and style, he designed it for what he as a Master Sergeant wanted and needed, and most of them are flippers. Matter of fact, it was the first flipper CRKT made way back in 1994 when they first started. This one, however, as I said, is a fixed blade, which surprised the hell out of me, but it's still very nice. G10 handle scales, very comfortable in the hand, very, very sweet. Let me double check one or two things here. Yeah, overall, it's just under 9.5 inches, 9.38 inches to be exact. Blade is 4.63 inches. It's got VEF style serrations, which some people really prefer to regular serrations. I gotta admit, I kind of like them too. The fixed blade at the moment is only available in an American tanto style blade, but still very sweet. And what's even more interesting is that it's using SK5 carbon steel. For those of you who are not familiar with that, excuse me, it's a Japanese steel that's been compared to both W2 and 1084. It's a medium carbon steel, about 0.9% carbon in it. So it's got a very good edge retention. It takes an edge very nicely, though it can be a little tricky to sharpen on some versions. I don't know about this one because I haven't had a reason to try sharpening it yet. It's got reasonable corrosion resistance. It's not stainless by any means, so yeah, you do need to take care of it, but it's not going to rust as fast as an uncoated 1095 steel would. It is powder coated, as you can see, and all in all, just a really nice knife. And of course, all the holes means it's not all that heavy. Shipping weight on this is only half a pound, which isn't bad at all. But how does it handle our standard tests? Well, let's find out, shall we? As always, this is straight out of the box, no sharpening, no nothing. Let's see how it does on paper. Well, not bad. Not bad. A little roughness. May need to hone that edge a little bit. The serrations actually better than the rest of the blade. I sure can't complain about that, especially for a fixed blade. Let's see here. Where's the cardboard? I know I've got a piece of cardboard here. There we go. Let's see how it handles this, shall we? Now we'll go ahead and get that piece of plastic off there. Let's see here. And without too much trouble, slices through pretty nicely. Let's see how it does this way. With plain edge doing nicely. With serrated edge, even nicer. This is one of the reasons why I really like the serrations. You don't find them on many knives other than CRKTs, but they are nice. Let's see here. Cardboard, paper. Let's go for the hang packaging test. Big bottle this time. And tanto. And it just went straight in, no problem whatsoever. And cutting with that serration, beautiful. Cutting, if I can pull it out a little bit, somewhat of a thicker blade, so it's a little trickier. Yeah. I'm still stuck on the serration. There we go. Yeah. It's making very fast work of it. Beautiful. Paracord. Let's see how it does with paracord, shall we? Start with the serration, switch straight through. Go to this. Yeah. If I can hold on to it. Yeah. Very, very sweet. Let's get down to a tiny loop. We can just get the tip through. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's see, we did paracord, we did leather, let's see here. There it is. Let's see how it does with this. I can't hold on to things today. Sorry about that. It was cutting nicely until my left hand lost hold of it and it went flying. Thank God it didn't break anything. My wife would really be all over me. Not good that way, but okay. So we got all that. Let's go to the zip ties, shall we? For those of you who've been with me, you know what I think about zip ties. Has to be one of the handiest things ever invented. Definitely great. We'll start right down here with the serrations. Straight through. If we're going to go with the plain edge loam, 1, 2, not doing as well, but it's doing. Let's see here. Let's see how it does with chopping it, shall we? Not that great. Not that great. Come back to the wood here in a little bit. Let's see how it does on leather. This piece of leather is almost completely away, but let's see. Yeah, that's pretty nice with the plain edge. Does even better with the serrated edge. Just that serrated edge is just really, really sweet. That's the advantage of Veth serrations. They'll cut almost anything, as you can see. It's beautiful. Let's go back to the wood, shall we? Here, standard piece of pine from my shop. And start by trimming it down. Yeah, doing nicely. Can't complain about that at all. One advantage to a tanto style or American tanto style is you've got a chisel tip on it. And that's doing nicely. Let's see how the serrations do as a sawing cut. It's not a saw, but it's cutting nicely. Stabbing ability. Very sweet. Let's see how it does. Where is my glove here? There it is. Let's see how it does on toning. You can see I've got just a little bit of serration over that there, but doing a nice job. Very nice job. Let's go to something a little heavier. Piece of 2x4 and find a section that isn't okay. Okay, it's chopping it nicely, but that cross tang is providing a little bit of a hot spot against my fingers, making it just a little uncomfortable. If I was wearing a glove, it probably wouldn't bother me at all, but bare-handed, just a wee bit of a hot spot there. Not anything to complain about, though, so let's see here. It's okay, kitten. I'm not throwing things at you, honest. Just need to... This is so tangled up here. There we go. Let's see how it does cutting a wiring harness. Beautiful. Let's see here, splitting it. Okay, that tip is not that great at splitting it. Lineage does a nice job, though. Yeah. Let's see how it does on stripping it. It's doing it, but it's taking its sweet time. How about on the serration part? Serration part did it quite nicely and quite quickly. So far, doing quite well, all in all considered. And let's see how it does striking sparks. That powder coating is probably going to keep it from being able to strike sparks. In fact, I can almost guarantee it will. But at least it's got a nice sharp edge, so I could be wrong. Doubt I am, but I could be. Let's see here. Nope. Nope. However, if I use the edge, which is not recommended because it does tend to destroy the edge, getting some sparks that way. Not many. There we go. That was some nice sparks. Doesn't seem to have done too bad a deal on the edge. So, yeah. I'll probably end up taking the powder coating off of a part of the back on this so that I can use it to strike sparks better. But, of course, that means I'll have to keep the blade oil, since I'm destroying what keeps it from rusting. But, you know, if you want to strike sparks, you gotta do something. Let's see if we did any damage to the edge, though, okay? Yeah, striking sparks, definitely. I mean, I can't feel any chips. I can't see any chips. That definitely cut the ability to slice paper. Now, the serration, even after everything we did, is still going through the paper beautifully. So, there you have it. The M16-13FX. It definitely was not what I was expecting. It's not what I thought I was ordering. But you know what? I think it was a happy mistake. Definitely very comfortable, very sweet knife. Yeah, I do quite well out in the field. I did forget to mention that it does have a lanyard hole. And it's got holes in the cross pieces that you could use to lash it to something if you needed to use it for gigging or as a spear. Oh no. Nice piece and not a bad price. Just retail price is right at $99.95. Let me double check before I go too far. Should have pulled this up sooner, but yeah, there we go. No, that's not what I was looking for. Go on. Got cool products, knives, steel, CRKT. M16, wrong M16. M16 EDC. M16 KS. M16 Special Forces. 03 Bronze. There it is. Yeah. On my website, I'm asking $72.95 for this right now. So not a bad price at all. Definitely worth considering. But I got an order to build a display case, so I've got to get going. Got to head out and pick up some cherry wood to make the display case with. Get to work on that. So I wish you a great day, a better weekend. I'm glad you could make it. In the meantime, I'll leave you with a couple videos over here I think you'll enjoy. Of course, there's that target right over there you can hit to subscribe if you want. And remember, it may be ability decides what you can do. Maybe motivation decides what you will do. But it's attitude decides how well you do it. So if you're going to do anything, do it with attitude. See you now. Bye.